Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Oh, it's about 9:30, and we've already been kind of busy. Girls are flying pretty good this morning. Busy as bees, and so are we. So, you see, I think we got all our posts that we need, plus maybe one or two extras. And this morning we started prepping for the big log, which I wish I had videoed, but you know, sometimes I just gotta think through what I'm doing and not focus on worrying about the camera. But we'll show you that. We'll show you the next one. Pretty sure we'll get this one done probably before lunch, easy. But we gotta get set up for it. So when we start ripping these, we're gonna do 1x, 1x4s, and kind of set up a little platform here so we can stack them. And we got a bunch of stickers. So this morning we were up there on the table saw ripping up. So when we were cutting these, when we were cutting the posts, I was trying to optimize my cuts, and every now and then I'd be off a half an inch or so trying to get what I could out, and then I would end up with well, in order to get down to my 3x3 I need to cut another half inch off or whatever. Or when I was cutting the bark off, I said, well, let's cut another half inch to get down into some nice wood, just to get it squared up, get it with the least amount of bark. So what I ended up with is a bunch of those little thin ones like this, where they would about be anywhere from a quarter to a half inch thick. And I knew I was going to need my stickers. Matter of fact, there's one right there. That's more of over a half inch, but you see what I'm doing, to get those. And so we got a bunch of those sticks there, and those are going to get put in between the boards. We'll show you that as they get stacked. We've already gone ahead and put in a new blade, and boy am I glad I bought a bunch of blades. Boy am I glad I bought a bunch of blades, because if I had just gone, I'll just do with one or two, pardon me, set this over there. We're prepped with plenty of soap water. Everything's cleaned up, fueled up. Yeah, folks. Oh, you want to get those out of the way? Very good. See? So, ham for you. Look, there ain't no telling her not to work. She just grabs ends, and if it's a big end, well, it's the big end. But there you go. And baby, yeah? have you not had the time of your life the last?
I've been having fun.
Been having fun, Alright, so we're set up. We're going to get to running. I'm not going to bore you with the repetitive process of this. I'm just trying to keep you up to speed with what you can do in a day. Oh, and yeah, we had those little wedges right there. That made it possible to get that up there, because once we had the ramps up here, if either one of us would try to let go of the log with our pry bar sticks that we made, down that ramp it would come. It just want to start rolling. So yeah, those little, call them wheel chocks, is what helped us. Anyway, all right, we're gonna get going, and yeah, let's see how many of these 1x4s we can rock out today. I'd love to see me get through 2 logs on one blade, but I'm not sure if that's possible. We'll see how it goes. That's a lot of cutting on very thick wood. I got to get that thing lined up and chalked up and ready to go, and leveled out. I don't know if we got too much to do on the leveling. We'll have to do some measuring on it and see what we come up with. But we'll catch you back at the next break. All right, we thought we'd shut her down for just a second. We got 2 really nice 3/4 slabs off of this, and we got to roll the log so we can start getting some edged up stuff. But I'll tell you what, how those of you who know the other bandsaw channels that do this stuff for their entire channel, they'll take and throw a thing of water on it to bring it out, to bring out the grain. This wood's wet. It's good and wet, which is, I think, is making a huge difference for our cut here because of the not having dried out like we did with all those little logs. They had dried out. But look at this. My goodness, look at the color. Look at the look at it. So all right, we got to get this thing rolled over and then jacked up against the braces here and then go to a slab in the other. That's going to be another big challenge. Hopefully as we get this thing down in size, it will the weight will go down enough that T and I can roll this thing a little easier, because like I said, we still need a cant hook and don't have the currency for that at the moment. So all right, let's do it. So what was that about?
I appreciate the step stool.
Step stool. All right, it's next break time. It's time to check the gas. You're looking right there. What she's standing on is the widest cut I've done so far on any board, and that is 14.5-inch cut there. It was kind of slow. We took our time on it, but it's looking good. So all of these are 3/4-inch boards, except for now. You see what I've done here? That's a 4-inch slab, and that's a 4-inch slab. So what I wanted to do was isolate the core, the pith right here, the best I could, into the smallest amount of waste as possible. And that's why I've taken these long pieces where they were, and where I've taken the pieces where they have been. Whoops. But we got this one stood up, as you can see. Now we're going to actually start making 1x4s, and once I get this down a ways, I'll use this block as a backstop for those, and I'll put maybe a couple, 2 or 3 of them at a time, flat up against here, go up, trim the top down, and then come down 4 inches and take a board off of those dudes there. That way I can get some 1x4s there. I don't know, I was debating on just running those through the table saw, less wear and tear on my blade. But I'll tell you what, the blade's held up pretty good so far. Being it this blackjack. I'll get that, honey.
Awesome possum. I like it.
Here, you take that thing. All right. Yeah, step stool for me too. Shit. Yeah, you giggle it up.
I am.
All right, so I don't know, what else you want to add about where we're at, honey?
Oh, that you thought it was kind of interesting that I picked that one end up to move the stupid thing?
Oh yeah, after we got that first couple of slabs off the top of the log, we couldn't seem to want to roll it. It would slide. We'd push and push and push, and it'd slide, and she just goes over on the end and lifts the fucking thing off. I'm like, honey, don't do that. We got levers and things. But.
Well, we were using our levers, but it wasn't working.
No, but we got it. I mean, look at this. I mean, we got
some beautiful wood.
Beautiful, serious barn wood coming up here.
Even though it's blackjack and it stinks to high heaven when you cut it, but it's pretty.
It's beautiful. All right, so now it's just making 1x4s.
Yep.
Which are going to be 3/4. So clean off this bark section here, and I'll just go down to a certain point. And like I said, we'll use that lower block, the lower portion of it, we'll use as a backstop to put all those 3/4 boards on edge and
slap them off.
Alrighty. Yeah, rock on. So
you ready to get?
You know what time it is?
I don't.
Maybe we'll catch up with you at lunch or something.
Yep.
All right.
Back to her.
All right, folks. It is noon. Time to take a break, and we are down to just that log right there. All these right here, I think I'm going to run on the table saw. It'll be a little easier to manage those. The others, I did some of them. I'd slap them in between the two cants right here, and squeeze them together, and it would do fine. But some of these I want to maximize the amount of wood I'm getting out of them. So I'm getting a little nervous about having enough wood to go all the way around that thing. We're gonna have to see how we go, but once we get all those, it's gonna take a lot of wood to do this. May have to do some of those as 1x4s. We'll see here. We're gonna need a lot of wood. Anyway, lunchtime. You got a little 4x6 right there. I'll rip that down. These I'll throw on the table saw because instead of getting, I'm trying to get, basically 3/4 by 4 inches. But if I do a 4-inch piece here, I'm gonna lose, especially down that way. I'm gonna lose a little bit. So I'm gonna maximize this, these boards to the bark so that I get a little bit more wider wood because I got a lot of length to go around that thing. So anyway, how do you feel?
We're out already.
Yeah, and it ain't even lunchtime, or it's just lunchtime.
It is lunchtime.
So we'll be back after. All right, folks, I'll show you a little bit here. It's after lunch. You can see we will have no want for kindling, none. So we did get those boards milled up, the last few of them, after we got done with lunch. And I want you to see this. This is that one log, okay? That one big log is right there. And there's a few width differences on a few of those boards. And then I got a couple of odd ones left over because I can't cut below 1 inch on the bandsaw mill. So I got those 2 4-inch cants. I just worked them down to have a remainder, and that's what I ended up with. And let's see. So let's do it. All right. So I've got, not including those 2 boards over here, if I take that one underneath and one over here, and let's just do some. So 6. We got 6 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 36. Just for round numbers, okay? And these are 11-foot boards because that was the length of the log. But we're gonna call them a 10-footer just for the sake of having some fun here. All right. So you got it looked up?
Yeah, they actually have a 1 by 4 by 10 foot square unfinished red oak for $32.70.
All right, 30. All right, that's red oak. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's finished wood. That's high quality. That's going to be.
It says unfinished red oak.
Unfinished.
Square unfinished red oak.
Which is essentially what we've got sitting up there. I wouldn't grade the wood that we have up here the same quality as that.
And then
I'm just talking about construction wood. So let's find the pine.
Up here.
Yeah, it's oak. Oak is oak.
So they got a 1 by 4 by 10 square unfinished pine board for $8.
All right. So what is? All right. So what is it? And that's plus tax.
Plus tax.
So
probably about. My goodness.
Would you two knock it off? Hey, stop it! Look, we got to get this built.
Yeah.
All right. So let's do the math. There are 36 count in that. So 36 times 8. What's that on your calculator? 48 and 200 and $288. So if it was pine, because that's what you'd be buying if you were getting that. If it was pine, there's 288 plus tax.
probably a little.
And of course we got a couple other boards there and whatnot.
Maybe a little over $300 just.
Yeah, close to $300 worth of wood, and that's just as if it was pine. Now it is oak, and that oak is a little more pricey. I would not grade it at $32 a board. There's a handful of boards in there that I would say that would be worth that because of the quality of the green and whatnot. So we got well over 500 in those, and another 300 in those. So there's $800, and well, now we have gone through 5 blades. The first 2 probably should not have been through as quick as we did, but that's our learning process. So they're $25 a blade for one of those. To buy one, it's $25. So there's $125. So $800 minus $125. What is that? Tickling me.
Some sort of bug.
Some kind of bug. So I don't know, folks. The way I figure it, we're doing pretty good, don't you think?
Yeah, we are.
I think we are. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're probably going to do a little bit more cutting, but for the sake of this video and keeping it somewhat short, all we're going to do is set the camera up here, give us a minute to get set up, and then I'll show you us moving this big ass log up onto the deck here and getting it set up. We'll see how that works. Show you how we do it, and that 2 women out here in the woods can move a big piece of wood.
We did yesterday.
Move a big piece of wood, and there's pun intended for those who get it. All right, folks, let us get set up, and then you'll see monkey fucking the football. Pigskin right there. We'll be right back. All right, we got it set up. You can see the ramps there. Let's see how easily we can get up there. What do you think, Smokey? Huh? What do you think? See, he says he comes around and says hello every time we shut everything down. He's like, it's time to come play. Yeah.
Come to say hello.
All right.
All right, I got that.
All right.
Ball.
Stick. All right. I want to hold this because we got to angle this a little bit. Get onto that corner and try your end around a bit. There you go. Keep going. Keep going if you can. There you go. There you go. All right. Let's see. Yeah, that's a little more parallel, but it's going to want to.
Come on, rolling.
It's going to want to roll a little bit more offline. Do it one more time.
Yay.
You had it farther towards the end, you have more leverage. Now just lift it up. No, yeah, pry it up. There. Maybe not. Try it. All right, do the other way. Pry it forward. Stab it. There you go. There you go. Come on. Nope, not going to do it. All right, let's roll it. Let's just roll it. Ready? Ready? All right, we're gonna. All right. Maybe not. Let's just do it this way.
Can we roll it this way?
Yeah.
I think
There we go.
can. I think we can.
All right, wait. Here. This thing came off right here.
I see that.
Well, look at that.
Hey.
Look at that.
Oh, I'm going to cook it here.
I know, we'll get it straightened up when we get up.
him to move it away from the other log, though. That
All right.
wasn't too bad. We got it.
All right, so I don't know what the hell to say. I'm tired. That's all right. That one, get you here. That one is not as big as this one, and it's not as long. It's a little bit lesser, way much lesser than the big log that we were on. So we'll play around with it just a bit and square it up a bit, and get it ready for morning. I don't think we're gonna. Look at that. See. You know what? For anybody who says I can't, I hate. That's why I hate no's, don'ts, can'ts, and won'ts.
He's a weirdo.
Yeah, they're all weirdos. I like my weirdos though, but
We just have to use the levers to push it
yeah,
away a bit.
no, we're probably just gonna have to center up on these two verticals right here, and then because it's pretty well centered, I'm not gonna try and move it this way.
That's fine.
We could after we get the bark slats off.
Move it off.
Yeah, but you see how that worked. And actually that other log, boy, we really used those because it was a lot heavier, and this one's going to be heavier still, I think. I'm looking forward to getting into this log because this log I think is a variety of red oak, so it might be some good looking wood in there. We'll have to see. This is a full-on red oak right here, and I know because when I cut it, I know it's going to be beautiful. But what I suspect we're going to do is exactly what she's starting to do there. Is just spend the rest of the afternoon picking up and cleaning up because we got all that mess up there. I'll tell you what, they've been chemtrailing. Oh, you can see them over there, chemtrailing the hull of the sky today.
All day.
Yep. So, yeah, I actually think we just leave that thing sitting, call it a day, and tomorrow we'll put a new blade on. We're probably going to go through a couple more blades, which is, like I said, I am so glad I ordered 15 of them because we've gone through 5 of them, 6 of them. 6 blades, and we'll go through another couple, and then very shortly after that I think I'll take a break from the heavy work, and I'm gonna have to build the sharpener for everyone to see how to build one of these. That'll be a good video. And while I'm building the bandsaw blade sharpener, that's something I can do all by myself and video on. Maybe that's when you will go back to garden work, starts, plants, and all that stuff in the greenhouse. Because it's going to take us about a day. So, and we probably are going to have some rain coming up in about 3-4 days. So, which will be good timing. Which means we'll get through that. These two at least that, and then these 2 logs, making boards, and then we'll do a full-on cleanup, and then I'll give us we'll need a day or 2 off. Rain's supposed to come in around Thursday, maybe late Wednesday. Yeah. And that means, and we also could cut those down there. Okay. Get those cut up because, like I said, I'm not so sure we got enough board feet in all these logs to actually go around that whole barn yet. I'm gonna have to sit down and play with the math and see how it all comes out. But anyway, there you go, folks. I hope you enjoy the journeys that we have out here. A lot of learning on our parts. Yeah, she says. Lots of learning and hell of a lot of damn fun.
Yes.
A hell of a lot of damn fun. I mean, this has been spectacular. By the time we get done with all of this wood making and what we've got over there and what I've got to make in the other logs and all that, once we get all this up, I'll have nearly halfway paid for this in the wood costs. Really, I mean, we'll probably have several $1,000s. Good lumber, easy, because you can't get I mean, all right, so we're using Lowe's because most people could go to Lowe's. Now, there are a handful, I will say there are a handful of lumber mills around here that you could go buy some wood like this from them,
Right.
but they're going to charge you nearly the same price as Lowe's
Yeah.
for that wood, because everybody's going to get what they can out of it, because lumber is lumber. I mean, it is a commodity.
Lumber costs are going up.
Yeah, all the lumber costs are going up, so
The sawmills that have to have it brought into them to cut,
yeah.
that's their cost.
And they're paying more for the logs. So it's all going up. Anyway, all right, so that's enough. I'll go put this on the computer and let it start saving the file down while we're doing all of this. Like I said, I'm done cutting for the day. We're going to do cleanup mode, and we'll see what we can do tomorrow. Maybe we can get through that log and that log. That may be asking too much.
We'll see how
We'll see. We'll see how we go. Or morning.
Yeah,
Maybe at least start into it, and after, I don't know. We'll see how we get it done. All right. Say bye-bye.